So the standard equation of a circle with a center at 0, 0, which we all know is our origin, and radius r is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. And of course that's again remembering that our center is at the origin. So that is our standard equation for a circle with our center at the origin and has a radius value which we'll call r. So in example 2, if we want to graph an equation of a circle, and we're given our equation for our circle in example 1, our first step, so basically what we want to do is we want to graph this guy right here. We know it's a circle because both your x variable and your y variable are squared. If you think back to lesson 1 with the parabolas, only one of the two were squared. In this case, both your x and your y are squared, so you know you have a circle. So in this case, the first thing that we're going to do, step 1, is we want to write our equation in what we call standard form. And standard form, again, is looking up above, and your standard equation of a circle with your center at the origin with a radius we're going to call r is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So what we're given in example 1 is not in standard form. So to get it in standard form, we need to move your y squared on the same side as your x squared. So we're going to add y squared to the left. So we get x squared plus y squared equals 36. So that's your standard form. X squared plus y squared equals 36. Step 2 is we want to identify both your center and your radius. So of course you know your center is at 0, 0 because you have your x squared by itself, or x squared and y squared. There's no parentheses that are shifting our center anywhere other than the origin. So we're starting off there. That's our standard equation. And we know our radius is found because 36 represents r squared. So to find what your r value is, what your radius is, we have to take the square root of this whole value because that's your r squared. So if you take the square root of 36, you know your radius is going to be 6. The next thing you want to do is you want to plot several points that are 6 units, because that's your radius, from the origin. So you know your center is at the origin, and since your radius is 6 units from the origin, we can't go diagonally, because diagonally is not one full unit, because if you're in a quadrant, you actually have, that's not going to be the same distance from, well, of course you're going to be 6 units away, but it's not going to necessarily fall in a nice spot. So the points that I want you guys to get used to plotting that are 6 units away from the origin are going to be the points that are going to be on your axes, okay? So that's going to be a direct vertical and direct horizontal distance from your origin. If you go on your diagonal, then we're going to be looking at having to find a point using your, kind of like your unit circle, where you're going to have to find points using your x and y and your Pythagorean theorem. So we're not going to do that. So we're going to use easy points around our circle to graph, and since we're 6 units from the origin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have to go one more unit for 6 units away. So this guy right here would be considered 0, 6 as one of my points. The other one would be flipping that, so I would be going up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that point right there would be represented as, that would be actually 0, 6. The first one I graphed was 6, 0. So this is the first one, 6, 0, 0, 6. If I go 6 more on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be negative 6, 0. My last point going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, would give me 0, negative 6. So I have 4 points that are easy points that I can graph. These are the most convenient. And then you're just going to go through and you're going to, lastly, draw the circle that passes through the 4 points. So if I do that, you can do it with dots if it makes it a little bit easier. It's always hard to draw perfect circles on your paper. And there you have your circle that represents the equation x squared plus y squared equals 36.